My number 12 Oklahoma Sooners going at number 3 ranked Texas. All right. I told you Texas was back. I said Texas was back. And then Texas got back with a 10-point win in Tuscaloosa against Alabama. Okay? Steve Sarkisian has this thing moving because, as always, Texas has been one of the most talented football teams in America for the better part of 10 years. It's about getting them to act like it. Can you get them to play to their level, right? And if they do, they're tough to stop, man. They're 6.5 point favorite, 6 and a hook going into this game in the Red River Showdown. I say Red River Showdown. I say Red River Shootout. Some people say Showdown. If you're old school like me, you probably go with the 6 guns. But it's a thought experiment for me. Like, let's go with Texas being favored here. Texas beats Oklahoma. Does UT move to number 1 or number 2 in my ranking, let alone the AP rankings? And it's difficult because a lot of this, as I've said, is not just being perfect. Perfect is the barrier for entry in most cases, right? Once you're perfect, it's, are you dominant? Because Texas Christian was perfect up until the Big 12 championship game last year, but they were not dominant. They need to come from behind against what we think was not great competition. Meanwhile, Texas has ranked wins against Alabama on the road and last week against Kansas. When it's going well for them, it's going really well. And I trust the defense for the first time in over a decade. Got to take it back to 2011, the last time I trusted a Texas defense this much. And even that one kind of got done up by Taysom Hill and BYU when Manny Diaz was defense coordinator. I understand Happy Valley, they think they got a great one, and I think they do. But I remember Taysom Hill basically getting that dude fired at Texas for what he was able to do, putting up 40 on Texas' skull. I think if Texas narrowly defeated Oklahoma, it's still really difficult not to make that the number 1 team in the country based on its resume, which is another way of looking at this as this Red River Shootout is the biggest since 2008. And 2008, that game was for the national title contender. All right. We're talking about a top-ranked Oklahoma versus a top 5 Texas in a game that mattered. Both of them were 5-0, just like this year. And both of them had aspirations of not just winning the league, but getting the college football playoff or BCS title game back then. What's wild about that is Texas beat Oklahoma in 2008. But because the BCS championship has its own arithmetic, Oklahoma got the bid to go to the national championship game. Now, Oklahoma didn't win that game. And even I will tell you, Texas was the better matchup for Florida. Kind of like Oklahoma was the better matchup for Alabama in 2018, 2017. But I digress, right? It breaks the way that it breaks. Oklahoma got a national title game. Texas finished 12-1. Boo-hoo, cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's wild is maybe Oklahoma beats Texas this year, and Texas would still get into the playoff ahead of an Oklahoma, depending on how the Big 12 championship shakes out. Because now it used to be you had to win the Big 12 title to get into the college football playoff. Texas Christian said, nah, you don't. You just got to get there unscathed, and you got to hope that the Pac-12 is down. It's not. Or the Big 10 is down. It's not. Or the SEC, ACC is down. We'll see, right? I'm not sold on Florida State, and I'm certainly not sold on Clemson, but this is a great opportunity for Texas to announce itself in the way that we got used to Texas between 2004 and 2009, right? We've been waiting on them to get right for 15 years or so, it seems. And now they feel like they got it. But they got it right as Oklahoma got it too. All right? Now, it's just juicy. Look, it's not just that Oklahoma is 5-0. It's that Oklahoma has been outstanding both offensively and defensively. So offensively, check this out. Oklahoma is operating like Lincoln Riley never left. The Sooners are averaging 47.4 points per game. Okay? Now, perspective here. Last year, they averaged 32.8. Bad. 39-1 in 2021. Fine. 43 in 2020, which is a junk year. And then 27-3 in 2019. Excuse me, not 27-3. I'm getting ahead of myself. 48-4 in 2018. 42-1 in 2019. 45-1 in 2017. Point is, they were scoring points. All of a sudden, they're taking a leap, right, from what they were doing last year when they went 6-7. But the part that really got me excited, and I think most Oklahoma fans excited, is the defense is absolutely balling. But I don't think people really recognize just how balling the defense has been. Okay. Last year, Booty, awful, bad. Just garbage. Talking about giving up 30 a game. I can't remember the last time Oklahoma gave up no 30 a game. Until last year. Like, it's hard because you got to go back. So you give up 30 a game in Brent Venables' year one. But then what did you do in the years prior? All right. So 2020, 21-7, which is the best that Alex Grinch's defenses have performed since he left Ohio State. Okay. Now, 25-8 in 2021 and 27-3 in 2019, 33 in 2018. So there it is. That's the game. That's the year we're giving up 33 a game. Good God. 27-1 in 2017. But this year, they're giving up just 10.8 points per game. I had to go back a ways, and I actually had to reach out to Big Vic, our research dude over at Fox, and be like, all right, am I making this up? No, RJ, you're not making it up. What am I not making up? That Oklahoma is on pace to surrender its fewest points since 1987. The King was still a head coach at Oklahoma in 1987, and they gave up 7.8 a game, which is ridiculous. Okay? Now, I'm including the Orange Bowl in that game, and they gave up 20 to, Jimmy Johnson. And then when Jimmy Johnson handed Oklahoma its head in that national championship game in the Orange Bowl. But you get the point here. The 2000 national championship team gave up 12.8 a game, right? In 2001, they gave up 14.8, back when we thought of Oklahoma as a fortress and one in which the defense was king. Take it back to 1991. Gary Gibbs' defense gave up 11.9 points per game. That's ridiculous. Gary Gibbs just doesn't get enough credit for what he did at Oklahoma because, well, it's coming on the heels of Coach Switzer, and it came before Howard Schnellenberger and before John Blake. And, 90s is just not a fun time for most Oklahoma fans. And the special teams has been special. Peyton Bowen, thank you, Notre Dame, thank you, Oregon, has blocked 2 punts in the last 3 games. Like, it's coming together for the Sooners. But you know what? I mean, it's Quinn Ewers over there. You know what I'm saying? He over 250 yards passing the game. And that's Jonathan Brooks over there. That's Skip Brooks' boy. That's 3 straight 100-yard rushing game. 200 plus against Kansas. Adonai Mitchell coming on. He had his best game ever last week. 10 catches, like 141 yards. Xavier Worthy out there getting it done. You know what I'm saying? Defense, they got some hitters. Jalen Ford, one of them dudes. I'm saying, I don't know that Oklahoma can compete. I don't know if Oklahoma got it. We were humiliated last year, 49-0. We ain't even got no real airports here. You can't get no direct flights to nowhere. I mean, it's big old Texas and it's Austin, Tesla in this, I'm saying? They just bigger. They faster. They wear more orange. Don't worry about Oklahoma. Don't mind Oklahoma. Flyover state. Everybody wants to make fun of the panhandle, horses, pioneer woman, Creeks over here, Cherokees over there, Tulsa Race Massacre. Ain't nobody caring about no Oklahoma. Don't mind Oklahoma. Forget we 5-0. Forget about 10.8 points per game scoring. Forget about 47.4. Forget about 8 interceptions in the last 3 games. Just forget about us. Don't worry about, don't mind Oklahoma. We not going nowhere. I think we got like 3 electoral college votes. You know what I'm saying? In Texas. Go ahead. You big, you bad. You back. You know what I'm saying? You going to win the national championship. You know what I'm saying? You should feel great about this. Get buck, Texas. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Texas. That's RJ's pick for this game. Go ahead. Tell everybody about it. You know what I'm saying? RJ's out on the Sooners. Go ahead. I said it. Texas. I'm picking Texas. Don't mind Oklahoma not one bit. But come back here on Saturday night if something awesome happens. Because Oklahoma gets to 6-0 before week 7. You're not going to be able to tell me a damn thing. Okay? Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.